Good morning, community. In fact, Good Friday morning, community. Oh, what a blessed day it is. So we are having, might probably be the last day of our sale because we are expecting some severe weather to move in tonight and have tomorrow. And you can see from my earlier video starting out that it's looking a little suspicious this morning, and I could smell the rain when I got up. Here's an update on my Tower of Power. This is my medicinal herbs and my culinary herbs green stalk. It is doing quite well, guys. Since I planted it, I believe it was last week. Everything is liking its spot, and I will have to move this up under the patio tonight, and the event we get high winds. Got out here early and got my tomatoes trellised up. They are going like gangbusters in here, and you can see my potatoes are doing good, and my dill, and some of my onions, and I got some chard and my rosemary, and Greg is refreshing those pots for me to plant some peppers in today that I pulled my carrots from. So it is a busy day. We've done wonderful with our sale, guys. You can see there's a lot of empty spaces, and that makes us very happy. We have a lot more down on bottom. I'm gonna have to figure out something to do with a lot of them herbs. I don't want them to go to waste. But yeah, we have quite a bit. But we have also sold quite a bit. So I think what I'm gonna do in those pots that he's refreshing up there is I'm gonna pop some peppers in those pots, because I love Anaheim. We've got some Anaheim peppers. I think I'm gonna grow some poblano peppers up there. We sold out of jalapenos, but I think I have one planted outside, so thank goodness I have that, because I do love to pickle my jalapenos. But I will be watching the weather here in North Texas tonight, and if you're in our area, you should keep an eye out too. They're saying, some are saying up to 5 inches of rain. Others are saying 2 inches of rain. I guess we'll see. Give you an update on my wood chip test. So my mullein and my milk thistle are not only surviving, they're thriving, and so are my sunflowers. So here I dug a very large hole, and we put 10 gallons of compost in there, and I planted my pickling cucumbers. And this will make a great base for them to grow on top of, but let me show you what it's looking like underneath. See, it's starting to, it's real wet. I'm keeping it wet, guys, so it'll break down. But the deeper I go, the better it's starting to look. Whew. This should be an ideal bed for next year. I popped some peppers in these tubs. Get this crud out of there. Wetted them down real good. When the sun comes out, they should look a little better. Got some holy basil over here. Guys, to keep your holy basil and let it get large and bushy, you need to pop off where it's starting to try to seed out. And that goes for all your basils. I have a couple of squash in here. There's my eggplant. I have some Thai basil, which is one of my favorites. One of our large rosemary plants. This is horseradish. And then over here, I planted some Marketmore 76 cucumbers. So we'll keep this wet the next couple of days so that they will take root. And I got a pepper over there. And then I've gone and started to trellis up my tomatoes. This is a blueberry cherry tomato. This will get very large. This is one of our signature plants for out here. We love the blueberry cherry. Have a couple of other ones here. Need to trim off, prune some of them back. I think these are Tommy toes. I put some basil in between my tomatoes. It grows very well next to your tomato plants. My potato plants are looking really good. Pop these flowers off. And look at this lush dill. I planted this, I think, just 2 weeks ago. And I have some onions. Here's a view of everything going on over here. in here. This is the big high tunnel. Greg has gotten a lot of his tomatoes in there. That's feverfew right there. And then this over here is ready to plant. And I've got to pop some okra in here. And I'm going to do a couple of other things. And then we're also going to put some more peppers. Everything is just looking so lush and green in here. That's my beets there in the middle. I got a couple of volunteer tomato plants. And I have some cucumbers planted intermingling the beets. They seem to do real well together. I got some taters in these buckets. They're doing really, really well. These are on the outside. I have some oregano, and then I have some lemon balm, beautiful lemon balm. And here is my comfrey plant. So I think I'm going to make some comfrey tea this week, guys, and I'll do a video on that. It is a natural fertilizer. And then over here, we have a beautiful blackberry shrub that John gave us. I need to get out here and trellis it up, but it is producing some beautiful blackberries. I think we have 2 grapevines that have survived. And they're starting to produce little clusters. This is my squash bed. I've got squash and zucchini. And that's my scalloped patty pan. And over here is my marshmallow medicinal. This is the 2nd year it came back. Mustard greens. Boy, these are the best. And then I've got peppers coming up. And I've been in here doing this. I think some of this is that marshmallow, and I want to keep it at bay because this year I think I'm going to dig up the roots on this and make my tinctures and my medicinal. Just disturb the soil a little bit to get all these germinated little things. There's my arugula, and I got some bok choy that's starting to bolt, some kale, butter crunch lettuce. I have some kale and some chard here. These are some Kentucky Wonders. Not doing very well with those guys. So instead of wasting any more space, I've popped some butternut squash in here. And I'll just trellis that up a little bit when it starts growing. Butternut squash, once you harvest it, lasts forever. It'll last 4 to 6 months in a cool, dark place in your home. This is my sweet potato bed. I've got my slips on the way. And then these are my green beans. And you know I struggle with green beans. I did plant some more this morning, and the wind, and then we got a little bit of a frost, and so yeah, I went ahead and planted in between these rows. And cilantro, dill, and parsley are good additions to your green bean bed. They do very well companion planting. So we're getting there, guys, and we're working it pretty hard this year, and we're asking the Lord to bless the work of our hands. And yeah, I want to know what you're growing. I know that my friends up north, you're probably just now getting started with some things. But those in the south, those of us in the south, this is the main weekend that everybody plants, which is Easter weekend. People wait because they're afraid we're going to get a frost or a freeze, and we do at times. But we have to get things early. And, you know, praise the Lord for these high tunnels. We have to get things in early because we start heating up so quickly here in Texas once May rolls around, and we want to get as many flower sets on our tomatoes as we can through May and the first part of June, because mid-July, that's it for us as far as tomatoes go. Now, if we keep them alive, they'll come back in the fall, but what has happened to us year after year is we have managed to keep some certain ones alive throughout the summer, and then they start doing really well in the fall, and right when they start to look like they're fixing to give us some fruits, we get a freeze, and all it takes is one freeze, just one freeze. That big high tunnel will stay warm if we just get down to 32, 31, 30. It'll keep them safe, but once we get down to those 3-degree temperatures or those 8-degree temperatures, which we tend to have 1 or 2, that's it. It wipes them out. But wanted to give you guys an update and show you everything that's going on here at the farm. If you're new to our channel, be sure and subscribe and give us a thumbs up, a green, dirty thumbs up. And we will see you guys and keep you posted on the weather. Stay tuned. Love you.